Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous, another splendorous Propagandacast. Me, host Imperial Dane, master of propaganda, hero of the Reich, defender of the fatherland. We are off here to all by Mrs. 1 online Glaskaya Winter. Yes, indeed. The map I personally don't quite like so much. We shall be watching KeesFluitman fighting here for the Soviet Union, rolling out under the banners of the 5th Mechanized Corps, tasked with rapidly breaking through the lines here, whereas the Germans are desperately trying to pluck this up under the command of Turbosquel and the 7th Panzer Division. Conscripts there are on the way. Hoorah, hoorah. Combat engineers, of course, already there as well. Looks like, in fact, pulling them back already. Might be planning something then initially. This would be slightly different from what, for example, Obscure does, which actually said calling the second combat engineer squad and then have the first one keep moving on. So instead, we are seeing KeesFluitman actually being a bit more reluctant to sort of rapidly rush out instead of opting for a specified command through just one combat engineer. Bit of an interesting start up there. No pioneers heading up there, grenadiers left. Bit of an interesting sort of approach here from Turbosquel at the same time. He's getting very aggressive there with the pioneers on the right flank. I wonder what he could be planning there. This is Pionieren. They're moving out 2 squads so far. Commanders, by the way, Soviet Reserve, Soviet Combined, Lend-Lease, Turbosquel with Festung Armor, Mobile Defense, and the Mechanized Assault. Back to KeesFluitman. There we go. Could he be going? Yes, the M3A1 already. The M3A1 rather popular this patch for, well, reasons a bit too obvious, I'm afraid. But oh well, not like it can be beat, but it certainly requires a bit of an effort. Points down being secured rapidly. Pionieren sneaking up, points staying position up there, quickly breaking up the windows. Yuri, you're letting in a draft. It's a war, Boris. Shut up. Out of the way, pushing through here. Pioneers, a bit of a sticky situation here. That looks like Turbosquel might hope to at least deny the field for a bit of a while there. More efforts towards we're seeing a 3 grenadiers spot then from Turbosquel. Can't engage, they're going up. Conscripts in a bit of a situation. They can't squeeze close in, and there's a bit of a batch here of deep snow on some sides. And turning out here, it's a lot more open. So they're going to have a chance of sort of getting the upper hand there. They reduce the scout car rank for KeesFluitman and Pioneers here, rapidly pulling back, though retreating through the deep snow is a bit difficult. They've gone hoorah, shifting away from the grenadiers. Nice job there, although Boris sadly found he was not quick enough, and his hoorah turned to oh shit! With his last dying breath. They got a bit too bold, they got caught out in the open. 50 caliber and conscripts most of the guns tearing through them, falling back up behind the combat. Still able to then sort of fire away and join the fight, but having others then soak up the bullets. But now actually putting away from the combat fully. Let's continue to push on here. And we are seeing another grenadier squad there arriving, so 4 grenadier squads over here for Turbosquel. Grenadiers are caught by conscripts. They need to get out of there, and they can't immediately retreat because then they have to run through here. And in this case, KeesFluitman might have a chance of cutting them off on the retreat. So decent reaction there from Turbosquel, not bad. Realise the situation and the severity of it, and pulls back to avoid total annihilation.
What are your orders? It is cold.
Or at least potential total annihilation. Stravniki, by the way, arriving here, so KeesFluitman already moving on after the first scout car to some heavier infantry, at least the sort of short to medium range. Stravniki, upgrades ready. And right here, the conscripts got caught in a bit of a nice situation here. Turbosquel turning the situation against KeesFluitman. Well played there. And we're seeing Soviet Reserve army up, and we're seeing irregulars arriving with a pair of DPs. They're holding up, but ultimately forced away. The counter-attack initiated by KeesFluitman proving to be too much to face even with the might of the Car 98K. But merrily moving forwards here. Grenadiers in a slight built so far. Going to be a bit hard to push through there. Pioneers are coming the point over here, make mine for a quick grenadier. No further units on the way. I'm missing a second scout here arriving. Also, I mean, the first scout car has been filled with irregulars, so that's a lot of machine guns in one car. That's 4 machine guns. That's definitely quite a bit of firepower. There we go, noting another unit. A 5th grenadier squad. Turbosquel is definitely landing quite a few grenadiers. And seeing a Panzer Grenadier Company, or at least platoon there. Probably Company, there go Panzer Assault. There's usually. Oh! Scheiße! You have to be careful about that, in particular with regulars, since they also add in a bit of firepower there. So that's why they Turbosquel underestimating the power of the scout car with all those machine guns. And well, his men technically were the ones that got punished. So that could have been executed a bit better there, I think, by Turbosquel. Light machine guns up there, so it's already taking up, and I'd like to make this company up next. Interesting enough, no. Heavy machine guns, just Grenadier. Another regular unit arriving. Another pair of DPs. Then he's advancing out to the open, coming on from the DPs. That's a bit of a risky situation now then. But rifle grenade going off in a turn, and ooh, half the regulars went down. Crawling around, not very happily in the snow, and no one wants to help them back. But the second scout car moves up. A second machine gun wagon. And there you go, one grenadier already bites dust pretty rapidly. In the face of this volume of bullets, their bodies simply cannot withstand. More guns coming in from the side. Scout couples a bit back here. And the other one, by the way, has been successfully pulled back and ready for repairs here. There we go, another grenadier bites the dust. Bit of flamethrowers here for themselves. Coming up from that machine gun. Rifle grenades going off there. Good job, good job. Takes out a few there, but still, they keep fighting. More guys moving. These guys need to consider falling back. And a scout car arrives here like a punch speed wagon for fuel point over in the west. Lost two KeesFluitman's rapid advances, while some pioneers sneaking trying them up the right flank. The scout head continues to basically be a nuisance. Still an awful lot of light machine guns. Scout car running forward, he needs to be careful. Resistance has been upgraded. And there we go, coming in fire from both 50 cal machine guns, which are reasonably solid, actually dealing with scout cars to upgraded. So there we go. Bit of a mistake there by Turbosquel, but at the same time it also rather shows how powerful the M3A1 is. So you can actually take on a 2-1 reasonably well in particular numbers. The 2-1 doesn't have much of a chance, it's also cheaper. Plus of course all the other small benefits, or in fact this one is very close eventually too, so already here this rapid mobile support here from the mechanized core proving to be quite nasty. Mechanized core, by the way, being sort of the equivalent of sort of more of a German division, due to some things that happened initially after Barbarossa with sort of numbers being reduced, and ultimately a corps ended up being sort of more the equivalent of division. The mechanized corps being closer and then further to sort of a more of a combined arms division, whereas the tank corps, which you might think was more equivalent to sort of a tank division, actually was, well, more western unit, was actually much more heavy in tanks and much less in anything else, including infantry, whereas the mechanized corps actually had a mix of armor, infantry, and sort of support elements, and such overall actually presented a much stronger formation than just the tank corps, which basically really only had tanks and a bit of infantry to rely on. That comes to sail rushed off.
It is cold back here with the gun.
Scout cars rolling across the field, they're sort of able to swiftly react, in fact, to any of sort of Turbosquel's movements, locking them down at least for the time being until further reinforcements can arrive. A very interesting tactic, certainly not a bad one, also one that's essentially able to eject a lot of bullets due to all the machine guns mounted on it and of course in it. So overall not something that should be underestimated. We do see a pack up here. Turbosquel realising that scout guys are not going to have much luck versus that kind of firepower, and that's up for something that much like stand a better chance, but at the same time he gets outmaneuvered by the scout cars. It's gutes Nacht, Kinder. So there are some things you need to still be mindful of. There's moving up here, like machine gun getting ready, consequently got fire there for Dimitri. Never was very fast.
Engineer standing by.
Point taken. It is cold back
And
here
was
with the gun.
ultimately gunned down.
Men say they are freezing.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Noting, by the way, he's up here one squad with some machine guns, but not all of them. Again, by the way, second stuff squad, so he's actually keeping sort of a nice mix of close to medium range or longer range combat there. A good decision by KeesFluitman, I would say. Good decision there. Certainly displays a player who's not just mindlessly upgrading his units. And there goes sitting with the scout car from here, realising there might be a bit too much going on there, trying to sort of hit from elsewhere. Good job there, displaying some good Soviet tactics, which actually was about striking, well, he's trying to find where the spot was weakest, then pushing through as many motorised or mechanised units, opening up for the rest of the army to break through. And there go two grenadiers, caught out in the open, they need to fall back rather rapidly. This kind of firepower again is a bit dangerous. That many... He's actually pulling back, sending in the grenadiers, but the consequence of that could give the grenadiers a chance of retreating. Had he not pulled back those scout cars, I think he could have gotten that grenadiers, but might have handed over a light machine gun to him. So that was a slight unfortunate decision there by KeesFluitman. Hopefully it shall not bite him in the ass later on. And he's actually added a machine gun now. Interesting, a bit late there. 2 grenadier squads with light machine gun so far. Still sticking to 5, so he's very intent on an awful lot of infantry. Map control is still, though, proving to be a bit of a minor headache here for Turbosquel. Despite that, Crossing moving up here, getting a bit of an ambush bonus here from the deep snow, which you can get. They're usually sort of a bit awkward and sort of just knocks off like that. So it's a bit weird, actually. A bit weird, and I don't think it's like working as it should be. But there you go, another gun is what I'm going on. There's two. Stuff. And you get caught in all of these light machine guns, and rapidly they drop like flies. Very big flies for the flamethrower, but still, that's pretty much dead. That kind of machine gun firepower is not something to be scoffed at. Scout cars seem to be a lot more careful now. KeesFluitman may be realising those pack 40s, if Mr. Turbosquel guesses correct, or at least baits him into them, he could easily dump the losing those scout cars. We do note, by the way, a mechanised armour company. Lovely, lovely. Still no commanded children though by Turbosquel. So far, though, that also means that to a large extent KeesFluitman is pretty much dictating where the fight goes. He's has the initiative. He chose the command, he's overall keeping up the pressure. So overall, I mean, he has a very much good chance right now in the match, I would think. If he keeps this up, it doesn't make any great mistakes.
How does that look?
Bunker up there. So medic bunker upgrade soon. Bit of lighter finally going on here. Niggy freezing to death out in the open. Never a happy moment. Nice little retreat right there, although poor Fritzy did not make it. There we go, medic ready to heal. Now taking up further. And they've got the grenades seem to run off by KeesFluitman's Soviet advance, and a SU-76M actually arrives here to support him in an assault gun. Should be able to deal with this armour, and of course leaving him with the support himself with his barrages. That should definitely give KeesFluitman a bit more firepower, that department.
The blizzard is gone.
Both sides getting a bit cautious. Seemingly a bit unsure as what to do. I mean, he's gotten a golden opportunity to actually push through. He should know that, or he should figure that Turbosquel is actually focusing most of his force over here, leaving the west open. And the two scout groups actually launch a rapid raid here, taking at least these points down to neutral. At least something to consider, but there you go, scout cars finally on the move. Of course, there's also an opportunity actually using this route to get behind the positions, actually wipe them out as well. There's certainly quite a few options here for KeesFluitman at the moment. Something that can further cement his advantage and further push back his opponent. There you go, punch going into the stuff. Nicky grenades as well, coming in the range of the flamethrower. Scout cars pushing forwards. Conscripts moving up here, Molotov in the building, and it is in an awful lot of pain and fire. Though they do gain veterans free, and that's a nice accuracy bonus. There's a lightest machine in Gewehren. Scout cars did not do much. KeesFluitman here getting rather more reserved with them, in fact seemingly abandoning them in terms of their crews and moving those on onwards. Mine up here. Didn't lose a squad though. Small spot of luck, and looks like taking up is further endeavoured here. Battle phase 2 arrived. No structure so yet. Still no commander, by the way.
Headquarters attacked. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
The regulars moving around, securing point. Pack 40 got the call out in the open. That could be bad news, particularly when a fragmentation grenade goes off. But he should stop, he should stop! No, light machine guns can't fire on the move. In fact, looks like he might actually allow the Pack 40 to escape. Bit of a missed opportunity there, I would say, by KeesFluitman. He could maybe have gotten that Pack 40, which could have further opened up for the scout car instead. No cigar. Irregulars are getting absolutely pinned down to the ground like insects. Oh dear, guys, in a chance to get flanked from several sides. Good job there by KeesFluitman, although a bit of a close one since they're rather low on health and numbers themselves. Scout's right now, but Turbosquel is able to pull up the Pack 40. He gets the victory 2-1, knocking out one of two scout cars here for KeesFluitman, leaving KeesFluitman possibly a bit bereft, a bit sad at the loss of precious property of the Soviet state.
We could use some action to keep...
So the structures going further and further upgraded with latest machining gewehren, adding further firepower. Rocket off here, might have spotted it. Pushing up here further. Loss is inflicted. Bit of discussion there, apparently, between players. KeesFluitman seemingly upset about something. And is it caught? And we're noting a sniper actually arriving now. KeesFluitman, an interesting decision to get now. Of course, all these kind of things, it could work, it could work. It would certainly put some further pressure upon Turbosquel Soldaten. So certainly not a bad decision. Slavniki needs to get away though as he straight to the MD42. Satterchat, he went for Satterchat on the MD42 and almost gets it. That was an extremely risky maneuver right there. That could have resulted in the loss of the entire unit, and that would certainly have hurt him quite a bit. Further barrages here, 6 killed by the veterans, 1 sniper slowly sneaking up as well. Slowly managing to push back Turbosquel once more. Great determination and ruthlessness. Scout Crest taking her back. I mean, rather seems like KeesFluitman is ending up slightly regretting getting them a bit. And looks like a squad actually went down here for Turbosquel. He actually lost the one unupgraded, being behind with only one for light machine guns now, which is still quite a bit in terms of firepower. Still pose a bit of a headache for KeesFluitman's troops to handle. And there we go, 10 command points, getting close to 20 minutes, still no commander chosen. Still no sign of further taking up. If we get the support armor core, these guys need to compete. Not looking good, and these mountains are getting off the middle of the bloody road. Two Canadian squads here, fighting one squad already almost wiped out rapidly and violently forced to retreat while more machine guns went up support. And there we go, another veteran to 3 Grenadier squad with a light machine gun, which certainly proves to be a headache of a certain kind for KeesFluitman. And what is this? Getting an initially 5, worried about armor, and we do note that as this happens, we do find this support armor core go up for Turbosquel. And there we go, Counter Squad was a bit too slow to retreat. Of course, it's also a bit of an odd feature of this map. Generally, any units here will try to retreat up here. They will not retreat through the deep snow. So you can actually make your misjudged things, and I imagine that's what happens here for KeesFluitman, because usually again you'll expect them to just take the beeline here. Instead they move out and get out into the cover, which actually makes it easier to get killed. So it's certainly been an unfortunate incident right there for KeesFluitman. Panzer IV is on the way, rapidly losing ground. He's still not really got a lot of fuel points, certainly not in comparison to his opponent. Catching one by the way for the MD42, that could work.
Enemy contact!
Actually catching the snipers there with the MD42, that's a bit impressive. And apparently all Canadians are being sent home, or at least almost all of them, except ones to the base, and then got the Panther 4 finally arrived, the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Nope, No fragmentation being there from the regulars, so that could have been knocked. Never mind. Forces up the Grenadiers rather solidly. In fact, almost gets the regular selection. And there we go, barrels going off the Grenadiers in the hopes of shattering them. Scout coming in as well. Doesn't end up doing much. There we go, Panzer IV rolling forward. And we know the other KeesFluitman actor is only the SU-76 right in here nearby, trying to deal with the SU-5 moving up. A regular charging straight into the light machine gun Grenadiers. What is KeesFluitman here thinking? It's by the way, it's time for the mid-game analysis. And what is the current situation exactly? Well, a bit contained here for the Germans. So far, KeesFluitman has largely been dominating the fight. He's been keeping up the tempo, the initiative, the pressure. He's rather managed to easily contain Turbosquel. He's reasonably easily contained Turbosquel. He's managed to keep him off the fuel for a larger part of the fight as well. And he's certainly also done quite a bit of damage. He's only done a bit of kills. I mean, he's certainly not quite as equal to Turbosquel, but he's certainly not lacking far behind now, is he? So already here, KeesFluitman is certainly looking a bit stronger in some regards. So he's certainly also taking a bit of losses there to his opponent. I mean, it's not like Turbosquel is feeling completely rubbish either. He's really getting some kills in. Those light machine guns are definitely slowly draining out. He's got Pack 4, he's took out Scout Car, and of course we got the Panzer IV, which is definitely posing a bit of a problem. Then again, though, he possesses the SU-76, the SU-85, so he's got a bit there to sort of try and knock out the Panzer IV with. And of course, he's still got the other Scout Car there again. I rather feel like KeesFluitman has been playing a bit lightly, since again, I think he's done a lot more with those two Scout Cars when he had them. That's something you might. And also, one thing to note is there's been very, very few mines by KeesFluitman, so certainly he might want to consider at least some mines around here, and maybe he can get this point back here as well. I think it would benefit KeesFluitman sort of reasonably nicely. Sort of one thought. He should definitely also consider reaching those troops before they get utterly annihilated here by the Panzer IV and the Grenadiers, and they certainly have a chance of that with already that little health left. As for Turbosquel, I mean, his situation is certainly a bit contained. He needs to get some fuel. He could consider fuel cache, or at least needs to sort of push out towards this point. He should always consider actually choosing a commander right now, each of them still possessing each their own viability. Pack 43 here from Festung Armor, for example, a bit of smoke, maybe some railway artillery or hold down. Mobile defense, of course, the smoke, maybe the Ostrom will serve the command tank, maybe not so much for the Puma, then again, considering he's dealing with assault guns, it could have its still some usage there. And of course, mechanized assault. I suppose there's the option with the Tiger, the artillery barrage, the Stroop E, even the assault groups. Maybe the assault gunners could certainly offer him a few options there. But overall, I think he should just choose a commander and sort of get a bit more back in the fight, as he certainly feels a bit more sort of reacting rather than acting, which is certainly giving further leeway to KeesFluitman to let him do what he wants. And of course, he could consider setting up for another Panzer IV, maybe a Stroop to support his current Panzer IV, or I suppose he could set up some more doctrinal in terms of armor. I mean, these are all good and valid options, but he certainly needs to sort of get back in the fight. He might also want to consider mining some spots to make it harder for KeesFluitman to move around. But in fact, over to KeesFluitman and back to the fight. There you go, one irregular unit wiped out, two irregular units wiped out, one DP in fact dropped. They should have found a bit of top Scout coming up behind. Panzer IV needs to get away. He couldn't have forced it in either of the two commanders smoked over now. And there we go! Scout car went down, knocked out by machine gun fire and a high close shell there from the Panzer IV. Not looking good here for KeesFluitman. I'm certainly a bit of a bloody exchange all of a sudden. In fact, looks like he even lost a country squad somewhere, so he's rather suffered some heavy losses in rather rapid succession. And there we go, counter tank up here, another regular unit arriving, this time equipped with an LMG-42. Maybe that's where the MG-42 that Ostrom ran away with in the previous fight earlier in the week. But there we go, Gunner's doing the counter-attack. It looks like he's actually rather successfully counting. Oh, snap! Sniper went down there to a rifle grenade.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Sorry if I'm too slow.
Ready to join forces with us.
Did he choose the passive aggressive warfare commander or what? Anyways.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Gunners are launching up, coming up from the assault guns. At this point, well, the tank's fine, the assault gunners looks like run out of stuff to shoot with. Panzer IV moving up. And it is suffering a minor loss.
Yes, they are shooting at us.
flamethrowers burning away, seeing the guns firing away. Panther 4, self-alerted, dodging things, Pack 40 goes on the firing, trying to get that tank destroyer. Continuing the slow burns up here. KeesFluitman and Moan hanging on dealing and repelling this kind of firepower, as it was initially a bit with Turbosquel and the scout cars. Looks like either the assault gun and the tank destroyer got another kill there. Got this moving up like going to Panther first. Panther 4 needs to be a bit careful in this fight. But right here we've seen the tables have turned. Turbosquel and the 7th Panther to be standing rather mobilized successfully. And struck back at the Bolshevik 4 in the name of Deutschland. Oh! What the? SU-76 there, got one going spot and gets the Pack 40. A rather nice counter barrage. Very accurate barrage, by the way. Happens. Certainly what can happen. And certainly the risk of moving about your Pack 40 like that out in the open, and certainly infantry nearby. And he's getting a Katyusha. Actually looks like some stuff new runs to the Panzer IV. I'm not entirely sure if the Katyusha is actually a good choice. I mean, he's also got access to the howitzer, which certainly would add a bit more firepower to his forces, certainly a bit more accurately. So part of me would say he rather should go for the howitzer rather than the Katyusha. And of course, oh dear, looks like the Strafniki got wiped out as well. He's rapidly bleeding out here, KeesFluitman. But ultimately, his decision just my own personal opinion, he might have benefited a bit more with the regular howitzer, but also then save up some fuel for further tank source and whatnot. Maybe some SU-6 was further to the other way. He's actually got a better 2 SU-6, that's not a bad thing. Gives it more damage and accuracy, also ensures that the barrage cools down a bit faster, allowing it to barrage more actually, which is not bad. But really nice use of the SU-6, by the way, though, by KeesFluitman. He's actually been able to do quite a bit of damage to his opponent. And there we go, using tracking to at least make it a bit easier to navigate through the blizzard, though you still can't really see far. No matter how much you want to trick, it's still a bit bloody hard to see through a blizzard. Turbosquel here, a bit overextended at the moment. Also looks like he's down to 3 infantry scored, some pioneers and MG42. So at the same time, it's not all peachy for Turbosquel either. If KeesFluitman can sort of strike the right place, he could easily unhinge Turbosquel and force him back once more. The question is merely how to achieve it. I'm starting to get the impression that Turbosquel is actually setting up for a Tiger from a nearby Schwerer Panzerabteilung, in the hopes that can force back Turbosquel and his Panzerleute. There you go, Erstmann going in the munitions point. Not bad, but trying to make it harder for KeesFluitman to approach through the centre, at least just with infantry. At the same time, KeesFluitman seems to be a sharp thinker and already got in a minesweeper just in case something like that happens. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all, in fact. Noting veterans running with the Panther 4, moving in to strike at some harassing fiends, maybe. And there go the communist conquerors, so spotted. Their secret revealed. And there you go, second H-85 here. Looks like KeesFluitman is really preparing for some kind of armoured engagement. Adding further chainsaws and help knock down Turbosquel's arm. There you go, Katyusha barrage off, smoke knocking up huge plumes of snow and smoke and getting 1 kill.
Construction is complete. You have orders?
And the SU-6, by the way, ready to barrage once more. Setting up position that built, and actually not there for a barrage. Maybe not. There you go, flamethrowers up. Flamethrowers out in the open. Oh! Light artillery going like this in Panzerriga shots, which means he has gone for mechanized assault.
We have a new SU-85 to deploy.
The fascist
You should be able to call in that Tiger, and there you go. Tiger arrives. Oh, rifle grenades set off parts of the S-mines. Definitely one way to catch any units trying to clear out the mine soon, then just set off the mine yourself. There go 2 tank destroyers, 1 assault gun. That's actually quite a bit of firepower here. that KeesFluitman is able to project against his opponent. So far, he doesn't seem to be trying to push it a bit.
Down! Down!
Grenade, Panzer 4 moving up. There we go, Panzer 4 trigger nasty there from the HQ5. Shnopniki trying to collect some grenades, looks like a satchel charge, yes indeed. And one man runs. The rest of the grenades run from the house.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
But now, Turbosquel feels like a better idea what actually waits him up here on the other end of the map. 2 tank assaults and 1 assault gun. Grenade off from the guns inside the building, that's kind of dangerous. That they could have done is and they've got Tiger moving in to occupy with infantry. Should have gone for tracking action to sort of help spot these things, but no. Take care there from the Tiger. Intrusion following 8, Panzer 4 moving in. Still no tracking, which again could allow him to get sort of further see the Tiger to get more shots off. And we're noting here a rather close quarters assault is what moving up here. She's actually got an assault gun here. And the response is swift and unrelenting. SU-6 there wipes out almost the entire unit, and the SU-5 guts the remaining assault grenadier. What in Himmel? That was 270 manpower, which didn't manage to do much. A wicked response there from KeesFluitman, though he's still getting more and more contained. He needs to somehow try and break out of this. The suspect he's trying to sort of join his opponent into the tank, so he's ranging that way, just knocked them out. Oh. Mine went off there, almost wiping out the grenadier squad.
Assault gunner ready for action.
Getting another sniper.
Standing by.
Ready for orders.
We have 200 points remaining.
Tiger and Panzer 4 remaining in reserve. Ready to strike back at the enemy where the need be, as long as it's not in front of them.
Tank destroyer here.
He could try and flank up around here with the Tiger and the Panzer 4. But no, actually looks like KeesFluitman here is going to strike elsewhere. But he's leaving behind the SU-2 to guard. More mines up, by the way, Teller mines. Good, good. He's actually hoping his opponent might be there, sort of trying to strike out there. Good, good. Covering the flanks with mines. Turbosquel certainly thinking a bit more solid than the defense. CoH2 coming out of fire. Lots of fire. In fact, Tiger there taking a hit now, see there, 35. He's holding up, they continue to hold up, but they've got barrel definitions in 6. Getting ever closer to eventually 3, and a further higher rate of fire. Must out thinking actually more range than barrage. Pioneers all whelmed on the left flank. Engineers apparently did not clear out the things here. Oh, he might have missed it. And the SU-5 moving forward, could he hit the telemine? No, it doesn't. We do see the strike returning here from the Panzer 4 and the Tiger moving in. SU-5's a bit slow there to stand. Still no sign of tracking. Instead, focus sight is up. Panzer 4 takes one hell of a hit there. Almost down. He's only gone for a commander though, but Smoke instead gets knocked out. Oh, no! He hit the telemine! The telemine there from Turbosquel paid it off. Self quite nicely and knocking out the veteran tank destroyer. A massive loss right there, opening up for the Tiger to push in, but he needs to keep moving. Vorwärts, Helmut! Stören Sie die Russen! Don't stop until it burns! SU-6 rapidly rushing into flank, but Pack 40 opens up! Flanking the Tiger, gaining veterancy free! And firing at point blank into the rear of the Tiger! Quickly moves around, of course, also much more mobile. The Tiger's turning in the wrong direction. Not meeting up there with SU-6. Could be seeing button tracking. There's still no tracking. He needs to use it a bit more. Tiger there almost, and he went down. SU-6 got the Tiger. Good Lord, Ivan. That was a huge loss right there for Turbosquel. He was so close to getting the SU-5, but ultimately didn't push through fully. But at least, you know, the telemine did its job, and of course that was, you know, a slight mistake there from KeesFluitman, not clearing it out. But now he should pull that back. There's a Pack 40 moving up. And he lost his veteran fleet to 6. A massive loss right there to KeesFluitman. Massive loss right there. It was an absolutely otherwise excellent assault gun that could have done a lot of damage in the longer run. Instead, ended up serving as target practice there for the Pack 40 crew. You still got the Katyusha, though it's still not doing much. But Turbosquel is keeping up the pressure.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
They're still rather low on everything, in fact. Low on infantry. In fact, there's still a good move here for KeesFluitman to get back, but he seems to perhaps not be quite aware of his opponent's current state. Of course, if he isn't aware of that, of course, he might still hold back because he thinks Turbosquel has a much larger force than he actually has. But if he probably knew the current state of Turbosquel's troops, he'd probably be a lot more aggressive, and rightfully so.
You want
We do see that Turbosquel is actually trying to cover that weakness up a bit with mines. Not a bad idea either, though a bunker here and there could also do a lot in terms of economy to sort of make up for things.
Blizzard imminent.
He is dead.
Issue 5 there, closing in a bit 2-2. That would definitely make things a lot more unpleasant for Turbosquel. In fact, it's time to pop over to him again. So there we go. Might be saving up for another Tiger. You might then want to actually consider getting a field cache up to sort of help with that. I mean, again, if you are aiming for doctrinal armor, when a field cache generally tends to be rather productive in that direction. Unless you've gone for assault support, in which case an Opel Blitz works very well in that direction. Another Blizzard sets in. And another Katyusha barrage. Rockets hurtling through the air. Sending the Germans running away in fear. Another light artillery barrage almost there, but the Blizzard actually puts a stop to it. And as you see, there might be a slight sense of inspiration there for KeesFluitman actually now beginning to set up sandbag positions, which he's not previously been doing in this match. Another HD5 here. He's still playing rather cautiously. Again, he doesn't seem to be quite aware of the desperate state of Turbosquel. Again, if he knew, I'm pretty sure he'd be a lot more aggressive, basically rushing for everything possible. But instead, he's not suspecting. He's not really doing much reconnaissance. He's not trying to shake out. And that is actually serving as a massive advantage to Turbosquel, because he can then basically hold up a larger force with a much smaller force, which occasionally actually did happen. For example, in Normandy, the American advance was actually stalled up for quite a bit of a while there by a very, very much smaller German force. It was only until someone from Britain and the Commonwealth forces pointed out to them on a strategic map, or aerial map of the entire thing, that, you know, chaps, you might have noticed there's barely any on the German side. You might want to push through there. Now we've even seen rapid conscription up. There's definitely a bit of desperation now rocking it off. Tiger moves forward. Now though, the chance to really push through might have been lost here for KeesFluitman. Victory points continue to drain down the HD5 to not really support the frontline infantry. Fire pit going up. I'll be on the wrong side of the heavy carbine, and there we go, one hell of a shot there from the Tiger.
MG-42 is here!
5 minutes, be careful. Pull back. Form that. There go, taking heavy damage, facing 2 for the Pack 40. You need to get that cleared out, since they can pretty easily deal with this HVD5s. Targeting out here, HVD5 needs to pull back though. Pull back and get repaired. A second sniper team, I think that's a bit of a late decision there to get that all of a sudden. Looks like a conscript squad there was replenished thanks to the rapid conscription.
Sector is ours.
I'm sure he's quite happy about that. There goes the conscript on repair, the tank side, good. Another Katyusha barrage. Actually rather climbed up, the Katyusha actually has a chance of doing something. We do see here that rapidly Turbosquel also realises the same and gets the hell out of there.
Pack
here.
How can we help?
More gun. No, he actually cancels the gun. Then he builds it again. Ah. Still need this repaired. I mean, this is so close to Victory 2. That's really something ought to be putting in a lot of effort to repair, since that's really one of his primary assets. If we can get this to Victory 2, that's going to be a huge. Oh! Scheiße. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Either way, that was a bit of a blunder. I mean, again, if we can get that to Victory 2, he's definitely going to be standing much, much stronger. But currently, the state of his HU-5s is terrible. Ooh, what is this? Someone on a slight mission of infiltration.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
More rockets from here. And they still don't quite hit as if they care. Quite unfortunate that. The HU-5s are getting repaired. They are being put into a workable state once more.
We have a full squad.
Big 2 points rapidly draining out. For KeesFluitman.
They're trying to hit us from the rear.
Push towards the 2 points. Grenade on the MG. Almost closes out some leaving from another side. Eventually, counter throwing in. Oh, an attempt here flanking the pack 40 coming out was foiled by the presence of the Tiger taking with the gun. Counter-tanker moving forward. There goes his 5 going to fire. If only it popped target weak point, he could have probably stopped the bullet and knocked it out. Interesting enough, he's not trying to sort of sneak up some units and go for the victory point over here. He's trying to all time that way. There goes Gunners, were almost wiped out. More rockets. More death. Continuing forward on the Tiger.
They're trying to hit us from the rear.
With a sign of anti-tank grenade to impact there from the Tiger's armation fast flying away. And there we go. Victory 2. High rate of fire at that time. Still the victory points aren't really within sight or within control. And the points continue to tick down here. For KeesFluitman, the clock is ticking.
The new Grenadier squad is ready. We can taste defeat. They only have 10 points.
Grenadiers trying to push forward. 34 kills by the way, 2 heroes of Germany. They might soon be posthumous heroes, and there we go. And there we go. GG from Turbosquel. Usually gives it a bit to pull that out. You're the one winning. There we go, coming up from 2 HU-5s. Nothing there. Grenade knocking out the Pack 40. And there you go, GG from KeesFluitman, and game over. A vicious fight here, some rather interesting play from both sides. I mean, certainly the more from KeesFluitman. It's a bit rare since we've seen such assault gun and tank destroyer focused play. I mean, he was rather close to winning, but we did see that Turbosquel was actually able to mount a reasonably solid counter-attack. The minefield over here proving to be quite vital, knocking out 1 of 2 tank destroyers, which is slightly damaged because KeesFluitman had actually overlooked the minefield there. Almost close to knocking out, but again, there were some slight mistakes there from both sides right around here, though. Again, the HU-6 could easily have been saved, I think. Instead, he lost it, didn't repair it, so on. A few slight indiscretions there with the armour. But also at the same time, then KeesFluitman became extremely passive. He became extremely worried. And I think he just overestimated the faults that Turbosquel had remaining, thus not trying to sort of push his boundaries as much as possible, which could have gained him sort of more ground and make it a lot harder for KeesFluitman or Turbosquel to return. So there's a few mistakes there. Also, rather serious lack of mines in the longer run from KeesFluitman as well, which I think was a bit unfortunate. I think been a bit more cautious occasionally with his units around here. For example, I'm pretty sure he's done better, and particularly if they retain that HU-6, things will have looked a lot more interesting for him. But also a few more mines, and certainly been a bit more aggressive by the later game. But in the end, you know, Turbosquel was able to sort of pull out from a rather unfortunate start, one which rather kept him sort of in check because KeesFluitman really dominated initially. He really dictated how the match went, but still fumbled a bit few things, and Turbosquel was able to sort of, through those few mistakes, turn things around and sort of gain a great advantage. Though again, the Tigers were really limited in how much they could do due to the H-25s. In fact, there was rather either Telemines or Pac-40 in the end that did most of the work. So the H-25s themselves were not a bad choice. It was sort of, I think, partly how he used them and sort of supported them that rather came to bite a bit more in the arse. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay of your own. Though if you do provide a link to the leaderboards where you are. And otherwise, feel free to write feedback in the comments. Also, feel free to follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Links are in the description. There can also find my Twitch stream where I do occasionally stream. And this is Imperial Dane saying cheers.